Hello and welcome back to Slay the Princess. As you may have noticed, this is the Pristine cut now, and this was a free update that just came out somewhat recently. It gave us new endings. I think they said like 35% new voice lines. Just a bunch of crap that we're gonna hopefully unpack. Maybe not all in one episode, but I've been missing this. I know we missed a lot of stuff last time. I think there was at least 3 personalities we didn't see. Hell yeah. Let's just get into it, right? Okay, so I think I do have to probably play a new game. And we're just gonna do our best to choose things we haven't seen. I don't really know.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're
yeah.
here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, are any of these new? The end of the world, what are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason that she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing a princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do that? Forget, I'm not doing this. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending? Do I get some kind of reward? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do. Sweet, I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution. Silently go to the cabin, turn around, leave. So I had a theory before that explore meant we hadn't done it before. Let's try it again. I feel like we debunked
Does
it.
it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
Got the sass right off the bat. Can't someone else do this?
Unfortunately, you're the only one who can pull this off. I don't make the rules. I wish I did, but I don't.
How about, do I get some sort of reward?
But you'll have to slay her before you get it.
And the world we're talking
about. The end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people.
But how can a princess locked away in a basement end the world?
Linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
All right. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
You're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Yeah.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't just hang out in the woods either, so... Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you.
Special reward?
And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
There's a couple more Explorer ones I guess we can knock out. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
We got time.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Okay.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Can I go back? I can go back, can I? I suggest a more pragmatic lens. Casuality doesn't matter here because of the end result is the same. No matter what led us up to this point, if the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there's no changing that.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Okay. Because have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those.
Yeah. All right, the last explorer. Forget it. I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
All right, let's all right, fine. I'll go to the cabin.
As long as you remain focused on your goal, it should all be smooth sailing. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Okay.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
He's the voice of a hero. Of course he does. Proceed to cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Yeah.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
There's no mirror this time. I don't remember if that happened only on the first run or what. Well, I guess we'll explore Take the Blade. Actually, I want to save to... man, we haven't played in a while. Let's... Page 3. We'll do this bottom one. Alright, let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Fair.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Let me hear that voice.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh, damn. She's kind of not helpless.
She sounds dangerous.
Yeah.
It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hi!
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
All right.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Probably not.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Nah. I've done all these. What do we want to go to? It's been a while. Let's go for no.
Then drop the knife.
We should. It'll go a long way to building trust with her.
See?
Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Let's drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
This feels new.
Thank you. Maybe now we can just talk.
Hell yeah.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
Just staring into my soul.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Okay. A relationship, you say? Hey, look at all these new options. Yeah, it's pretty awkward. A relationship. Are you coming on to me? We're going with this one. How would I get you out of here? I'm here because you're supposed to end the world. There's people out here. Okay, wait a second. Let's save here. There's people out there who think you're going to end the world. What do you have to say about that? What's your name? How long have you been down here? Do you know why I'm here to kill you? Okay, we've talked enough. Let's go with a relationship. Are you coming on to me?
Don't jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
Fine. What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
What's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness.
Okay, bitch.
Or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Okay, bitch.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
It's a good point. Kind of on the inside now. Not that I've played this game once. How long you been down here?
Too long.
Okay.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
You want these nuts? How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
Expression changed.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
She's like too eager to cut her arm
Her
off.
sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is. I'm sure of it.
She's a freak. How about I'm here because you're supposed to end the world?
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Fair. I'm not
I
sure
don't remember
either.
much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so... dangerous?
No. Was it the last explorer we got? Oh, deflect. What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
Princess hesitates before responding.
Deflected. Yeah, you weren't ready for that one.
She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Reading my soul right now.
I don't think I can answer that question in a way you'd find meaningful.
What's that supposed to mean?
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust.
Okay.
Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. That doesn't sound right to me. And I don't think it sounds right to you either. Otherwise, we'd be killing each other instead of talking.
Good point.
She has a point. There's a reason I've been telling you to question the situation, and there's a reason you've listened.
Yeah, hero.
So, I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. But you don't really know me, do you? What can my word possibly be worth in a situation like this?
She's right about one thing. Her word isn't worth anything.
Okay, yeah.
Like I said, it's all about trust. Blind trust.
I think I trust her.
So do you trust me, the prisoner, the victim, the princess clearly incapable of ending the world? Or do you trust whoever put me here?
She's got a point.
She's wrong. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Okay, we've talked enough.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
All right, we got new options.
You know why you're here.
Slay the princess. I'm getting you out here. Examine the change. Going to lock you away down here, at least for a bit. We know each other better while I decide what to do. Did we do the lock her down with her one? If we do the slay the princess, she turns into the giant ogre thing. If we get her out of here, we can love. What's I saw an achievement something about trust. So let's go with. Fuck. Let's save over this one. Let's go with. I'm getting you out of here.
Oh, you have to be kidding me.
Nah.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Can I go back outside? That would be new.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
I'm gonna go check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there. And if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
I'll be here.
It's where I get locked
You attempt
inside.
to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
There we go. Hey, let me out of here.
Shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Narrator done locked me in. Explorer, try the door.
But it's locked from the outside. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Turn the bottom of the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
You're unenthused.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
What if... So... Did we try stabbing her here? Because I know... Let's see. If we cut her... Or if we try it, because she bites off her own arm, and then the narrator tries to either make me stab her or I die. Let's try slaying the princess.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down. The princess flinches as you strike, and your weapon sinks into her shoulder.
Such a bad attack.
You bastard. If I have to kill you to leave this place, I'll do it.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Yeah. It did say there was some new art. Like, this one looks a little different.
She's unarmed, and there's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
Yeah, right?
Don't waver now. As you raise your blade to strike again, she kicks out, knocking your legs out from under you.
God damn it, she low-kicked me.
The two of you struggle on the ground. You lash out with the blade, slicing wherever you can. Her fists connect with your body again and again, each blow stronger than the last, shattering bone and rupturing tissue with reckless abandon. Forget trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Slay the princess!
You roll out of her grasp and shakily push yourself back to your feet.
I don't look like I'm on my feet.
Though every inch of you is in pain, the princess probably has it worse. Blood pours out from countless gashes, staining her once pristine dress. She pauses for a moment, catching her breath, staring at you with wild eyes.
It kind of almost looks like it says, like, kill or something in her eyes.
We can still turn this around.
Run up the stairs and lock her in the basement. The door's locked. Maybe she'll bleed out. What if we give up? That feels new. Finish the job. Here, let's do this. Let's try. Let's see what give up does.
Are you serious? As the force of her blows overwhelms your body, the blade falls from your trembling hands, clattering uselessly to the cobblestones below. I suppose you just lacked the will to finish the job. The princess, wounded but still alive, stands to face you.
This feels new.
She places a confident heel on your chest and pushes you to the ground.
Okay.
Her knee slides to your throat and your windpipe is crushed under weight you didn't think her frame could possibly possess.
This is definitely new.
Pathetic.
Oh.
This is the end, isn't it? everything goes dark, and you die.
That felt new, so I wonder if we're going down a different path now. The tower?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay.
You're here to slay her. If you don't...
It's all the same. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing we can do to stop her. She's just going to kill us again.
Voice of the Broken. That is a new one. It's my Eeyore side.
She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
No, Richie, I don't know. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you, and why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Nope.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Of course we died. She didn't feel pain. She didn't feel much of anything, did she? And she broke every bone in our body before she decided to let us die. What were we supposed to do to stop her then? What are we supposed to do to stop her now? It's pointless.
Oh, bother.
She's just a princess. Slaying her shouldn't have been difficult, but congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Kind of acknowledged at that time that we're doing it a second time.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
Once again, kind of acknowledging it.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. The princess killed us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
She made
love. Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
She was still shackled. We cut her pretty good and the door was locked. So, you know, maybe it wasn't unhindered.
If she ended the entire world, why should we even bother? We might as well just walk up to that cabin, break her chains and let her do whatever she wants.
Hell yeah.
It's all the same in the end. Just because she's capable of ending the world doesn't mean you're not capable of slaying her. Both of those things can be true at the same time. So chin up.
Aw.
I believe in you.
He believes in us. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
She killed me last time around. How can I make sure this doesn't happen again? All she did last time around was beat me to death. How can someone like that end the world? To quote you from last time, she's just a princess. Why was she so strong to beat me to death with her bare hands? Who locked her in her basement and what is this place? Let's go with why was she so strong?
She is just a princess. Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine. Or we could pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending that we're capable of doing anything in this situation. She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
We're gonna get this guy and then the lover in there.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying.
Okay, fine. Fuck you, hero.
Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would be for everyone, yourself included.
We're definitely gonna pledge ourselves. Who locked her in the basement?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Oh my god. You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me?
Everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. The less you know about her, the better.
I already know too much. She killed me last time. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
And if people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her? Why isn't this falling on me? Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
What's the broken guy gonna say?
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here? Who cares if you think we're special? As far as I can tell, the only thing special about us is that we get to experience painfully dying all over again.
That's my pessimist. That's all.
Right, now if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat.
It's all the same.
Cheating? Why would she even bother? She didn't need to do anything like that last time.
True.
She caught us off guard last time. We'll be fine. Let's just keep our wits about us. At least one of you still has a shred of sense. Just make sure you listen to him and not that whiner.
The whiner.
If that's what you want, I guess I don't have a say here.
I kind of don't want to grab the sword.
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest. The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
A big-ass mirror.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Why do we feel so small?
Right?
We don't feel small. We are small.
You didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's the altar, the blade sitting on the altar, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? We're all going to die anyway. And I'm sure that if we looked in there, we'd just see something sad and miserable looking back at us. We don't need any reminders of what we are. It would only make things worse.
Yeah, I don't want to be me either.
Last time, you're not going to die unless you let it happen. And luckily for you, there isn't a mirror, so no one needs to worry about confronting a grisly visage any time in the near future. Though, for what it's worth, if there were a mirror, I'm sure that you wouldn't find anything sad or miserable in it looking back at you. You probably look perfectly normal.
Look at my finger. I'm not normal.
Probably. Do you not know what we look like?
That's a good point.
He knows. He just doesn't have the heart to tell us.
We're ugly. I care about whether I'm being lied to. There's a mirror. I don't look at myself. I want to see how handsome I am. Doesn't matter if there's a mirror. I don't know. We've done all these. I want to see how handsome
Please
I am.
Don't. I'd rather the princess kill us again than see how dreadful we are. I care less about what we look like and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
This whole cabin's different than last
Maybe
time.
that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
Alright. I feel like we're supposed to... Okay, let's do the mirror first.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
So ugly. Oh, I kind of want to not take the sword. I'm just saving all willy-nilly now. Well, let's take the blade. This is Explorer,
Take
so let's
the
do
blade
it.
from the altar. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase. Its steps almost as deep as you are tall.
This bitch be
The
hopping
smell
down.
of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease.
I hope she's playing the organ in the corner.
This is actually kind of nice.
Oh god. When depressed people get happy,
It's still a stone basement.
bad things are happening.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Her booming voice.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Witness me!
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time.
And now she's like,
We need to go
hot.
down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her. Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was. Now you want to go down.
good point.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next. But soon the end comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond.
Oh, I can't wait to see this.
The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the
God
weak
damn.
starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a chain binds her wrist to the far wall.
Is that her? No, that's her dress. I thought I was trying to take it all, and this is her dress. I thought it was her hair.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
It was like Echo.
You've brought that knife again, even though you know it's useless. Such charming audacity.
Yes, I kind of wanted to not bring it.
Drop it.
I want to submit.
The blade slips from your fingers and clatters uselessly to the floor. We didn't have to do that. And yet you did. She's so much more than us. You wouldn't understand what it feels
You're
like
not
to be
here,
in
too.
her presence. Oh, I understand what's going on, and you'd better snap yourself out of it.
Kneel.
Deal.
On her command,
Shit, we're
you
even
fall
lower.
to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird. Now, why don't we talk?
Please.
The last time we met, you told me I was destined to end the world. That thought wrapped itself around my heart. It has pulled at me since the moment I squeezed the life out of your broken lungs.
Okay, well, it's not as nice as you think.
I could feel its fundamental truth awaken me.
She does have like a Super Saiyan thing going on.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Do I get to be like not a handyman, but like a minion?
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
You got it.
Well, that gives away the game, doesn't it? It certainly does. And beyond that, it more than lends credence to our conversation in the woods. I don't love the thought that in some other reality you failed to destroy her, but what's done is done. I can only hope it helped you learn a valuable lesson. You are the only one who can deal with her. And if you don't, well, she's let you know what will happen, hasn't she?
That's a good point.
You shouldn't have trusted us with her destruction. She is inevitable. Can't you feel it? He's being melodramatic, but he's not exactly wrong, is he? What are we supposed to do to stop her?
Just let it happen.
Okay. First things first, you're going to have to stuff those pessimistic thoughts someplace far, far away and commit yourself to what needs to be done. The stakes of the situation should be perfectly clear to everyone now. And if you're going to save the world, you have to have faith that you can pull this off. You can't win a battle that you've already lost in your mind.
Those are wise words, narrator. Oh, look at all these options. Pledge yourself to her. Wait a second. What would you have me do? What do you have planned?
All you have to do is break these chains and set me free.
6 inches tall, which is tall enough, but if you're so powerful, can't you just break the chains yourself?
Don't be rude. Of course she can.
She can hear you.
It's not rude to question someone who's apparently trying to end the world. That's exactly why it's rude. We should know our place.
There's a hierarchy here.
I can, easily. But that isn't what I want to do. The story of a terrible and bountiful God unbounded of her own will is no story at all. It's not worthy of everything I am or everything I'm bound to become. It isn't even worthy of what I was.
Okay.
The destruction in Genesis that's to follow in my wake is deserving of a song that can echo for eternity.
Your hands are so big.
The song of you being so struck by my glory,
True.
so overwhelmed by what I am, that you feel you must deliver me into the world. And from your act of utter devotion and submission springs a new dawn, a better dawn.
What if it is better?
Submit now, submit later. It makes no difference. Because in the end, no matter how vainly you struggle against me, my will triumphs over yours.
Just because you're supposed to end the world doesn't mean you actually have to do it. You can be whatever you want to be.
This isn't about desire. This is about what I am. And I have little interest in discussing destiny with one that cannot see the divine truth that shines in my heart.
Okay. I have questions for you before I decide to do anything.
Know the limits of your privilege, little bird. There's an empty place at my side for you to fill, if you'll have it. But it is not a place for an equal.
A lover?
It is a place for something worthy to be kept. A priest, perhaps. Or a pet.
Or a lover? I'm not going to help you in the world. I don't care if something new comes after that. I just can't let you do that. I'm yours to command. Pledge yourself to her.
Your will was so easily broken.
This is magnificent.
Am I that magnificent?
Yep. Plus you're an ending I haven't seen.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Like the Foreigner song?
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
You guys not seeing what I'm seeing?
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it doesn't belong. Trying to conceal you from me.
Yeah.
Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Wasn't that literally what he called himself? Was an echo before?
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one, aren't you?
Well, that's rude.
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about?
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
But I'm yours. Why'd he get to do that first?
Rise, my little bird.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Oh, yeah.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? All we have is a blade.
Good point.
All you need to do is believe it's been done.
And what if I don't believe? What happens? I have to. It's over, I'm sorry. What? Oh, God. Let's do this. Break her chains!
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
Also upon her.
What a good disciple you are.
Hell yeah.
Come, it's time for us to leave.
You got it. What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
I'm a little distracted. I'm not gonna lie. You look great from this angle. Pledge your loyalty to your better. Oh. But you do not take her hand. Something has taken her away and it's left something in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't want to know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should. I don't want to look at us.
The narrator's gone.
It is. Does that mean the world ended? Figures the world would end and leave us with all this nothing.
Pretty sad, ain't it? Everyone know how we go about looking for her.
She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. I feel anxious. Does anyone else feel anxious?
Nah. Approach the mirror.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
Where else would we go? Spoil the mirror. The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
It wasn't like an ignore option. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh, I'm hideous. It's you. You're alone in a place that's empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. Ooh. You're at the cabin. The cabin's on fire, and she is pissed.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
Okay. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Okay.
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
Hurts. The gift of the fragile vessel?
Yes. Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for an overwhelming heart.
Hell yeah.
Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Okay. Rude. Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you with me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Are you always a princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself? We said that before, so we'll say nothing. Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone.
There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Oh, really? I guess we'll do these. Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Hell yeah. Do you know the world beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach. There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Okay. Aren't you I feel like I've said a lot of these. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
Don't remember how many we needed last time. And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished. Dry. Hollow.
I'll set the Slave Princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
You're not wrong. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back. We know what happens. Okay, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, how could I forget?
You won't.
Oh. Okay, alright. Never mind. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess. An overwhelming heart bring the tower to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright guys, well we found a new one. I think it's going to be a little bit harder to find these other ones. I don't think we can just strictly trust the explore option alone. We'll have to just try some new things. It's gonna be tough to kind of remember what we have done. So we'll probably use the save option quite a bit these next couple runs. And then we'll get to the end and hopefully find one of the other endings. But let's see what other SAS this game's got for us. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video. Bye.